Everybody that timed your movements is going to pay the ultimate price for stalking you and breaking the golden rule. There were times where you were innocent and you didn't know what was going on, and people were breaking the golden rule. There is a universal law in place, and it's called the golden rule. And this is a real, actual thing. That's why people say it. It's not just something that's said. It's in books. There's a golden rule. Do unto others as you want done unto you. All right, and they've broken. All right, they have broken this golden rule. All right, so everybody that timed your movements. All right. There are those of us who have been around people who are timing our every move. Those who are making a schedule out of our living routine, our living pattern. And their desperation is to try, and they're desperate to try to figure us out. They're desperate to try to learn or know what makes you you. And it's something that they ain't never going to find out. They ain't never going to find out what it is, because it's God. They can try to look up, look high, look low, search every mountain, valley, rain, hail, sleet, snow, whatever it is they have to do. They'll never find it, because it's something that they have to look within to find. And until they do so, they never will. They're trying to find it in you or in your life or in your everyday routine, instead of looking within themselves and trying to find it that way. But those who tried to dim your light, they were jealous that you had it. They were jealous and disturbed that you were the one who possessed it. They were upset and furious and angry that you were the one who was chosen to live the life that you have. All right, they timed your movements. They harassed you, stalked you, made your life difficult. A lot of these people caused you to miss out on certain situations in life. All right, they made you overly paranoid. They made it so you wouldn't trust people. They made it so you would be upset and irritated. You would go to work with attitudes. You maybe even lost some jobs behind some of these people's harassment. Maybe you even got kicked out and had to move and couldn't even stay in certain places because of these people's harassment. Whether it be someone harassing you psychologically, or whether it be someone harassing you playing psychological warfare. There were a lot of things that happened to you that people are going to have to pay for. You know, people thought they were getting away with it. People thought they were getting over on you. Those games that they thought were harmless, they weren't touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. Those things they thought they were getting away with, those things they thought that they were getting over on you with, they are going to pay the ultimate price for those things. They are going to pay the ultimate price for those things, because what they did was wrong, and they knew it was wrong, and they kept doing it anyway. They knew that they weren't being a upstanding person. They knew they weren't being an upstanding citizen. They knew they weren't being a good friend, a good person to you, and they drew you near them. All right, they weaved you in their web of lies. All right, ready to just suck your energy dry. All right, when a spider gets its prey into the web, it just sticks its fangs into it and just eliminates it entirely by sucking out all the juice. All right, and that whole life is just gone. Leaves the carcass there to just shrivel up and die. And that's what they tried to do to us. They wanted us to just, our vessel to be empty like theirs. And they wanted to watch us to just be able to just shrivel up and die. That's what they wanted. But guess what? They bit into us, and they got radioactive poison through their veins, straight through the fangs. They got hit with the radioactive poison. That's the blood of Christ. They tried to bite us, take a bite of us, and try to take what was ours, and it backfired on them. They got the radioactive spill, not the real spill. Now they got an extra eye, extra arm popping out of somewhere. Spiders only supposed to have 8 legs. They got 9. Fangs popping up out their head and stuff. Everybody that timed your movements. I don't care who the hell it was. Everybody that timed your movements. I'm talking about people that didn't even have no business doing it. Oh, you want to play too? Okay. And God got something in store for you. You don't even have any business doing what you're doing. You better go sit down somewhere before you get thrown down a flight of stairs. You don't even have any business doing this. They're all gonna pay. They're gonna pay the ultimate price. I'm telling you, those who caused you to have to relocate and move, that was time, that was energy, that was resources, that was gas money. That was having to find a different place for your kids to go to school if you had them. That was having to find a different job. That was having to go and dip into your savings, expend your resources. Having to take unnecessary trips and unnecessary moves and precautions and unnecessary steps and just having to redo stuff. Having to change your life all the way around. Because someone tried to bring some evil and some negativity into your life because the devil in them did not like the fact that how things were going for you. The evil in them did not want to see things work out for you. So they had to become a pestilence to you. They had to become a bothersome to you. They had to run you out of town. And you had to get the hell up out of there because you wanted to conserve your peace and not put somebody 6 feet deep. So you had to leave. You had to get up out of there before you got into somebody. All right, the people that timed your movements are going to pay. Whether it was on your job, whether it was where you lived, whether it was in your neighborhood, whether if it was you were going to the store and so much more. All right, well, whatever you were going, whether you were going to the park, even if it was after dark. All right, if they monitored your movements, they timed your movement. Hi, hello. They're going to suffer. They're going to pay the ultimate price. All right, they had no business. They had no business stalking you like that. All right, they had no business clocking you like that. They had no business making you their main priority. They had no business doing that. And the fact that they wanted to do it until it stressed you out. They wanted to put enough pressure on you until it made you fold, until it made you break. They wanted to put enough pressure on you until you wanted to, until you might do the unthinkable. And the thing is that what was happening to you is so unbelievable. You couldn't even get help from nobody. What was happening to you, you couldn't even get help from anybody. So you went through. It was just you and God. You went through this thing alone. People playing with you left and right, testing your patience, playing with you like a game, getting their jollies off, getting their rocks off. All right, being sadistic, having all types of enjoyment and pleasure, messing around with you. Hitting their little cigarette. Getting high off the fact, getting high off their narcissistic supply. Oh, evil bastards. Evil devils. Yo, demonic entities, you. And this was a choice. They had a choice. This is a choice. This is what they like to do. This is what they enjoy doing. This is what they have grown to take pleasure in. We've all had messed up things happen to us. They chose they chose the wrong route. All right, they chose the wrong route. Everybody has had to go through something that they didn't like, man. They didn't allow it to turn them into something hard or terrible. I didn't allow their stalking to turn me into something hard or terrible. And if it did, I'd have worked my way out of it. Oh, buzzards. But yo, they broke the golden rule. They were supposed to leave you alone. Touch not my prophets, or touch not my prophets, or do my anointed ones no harm. Touch not my anointed ones, and do my prophets no harm. They were supposed to leave us all the way alone and let us do our business. They were interrupting our schedule, interrupting our creativity, interrupting our peace, taking precious time away from the things we could have gotten done. Just imagine how far along we would have been. And I'm not trying to be one of those people that is saying that, because other people are doing things, you can't do what you need to do. You can. But what about you having to relocate, though? What about you having to restart, though? What about you having to find another job, though? What about you having to move to another apartment, though? What about you having to switch up your routine, though? What about you having to, instead of working during the day, you have to work at night now? What about you having to, instead of working at the place that's closest to your job, now you got to work at the place that's furthest from you, from closest to where you live. Now you got to work about where the place is furthest from where you live. Like little things that wouldn't have to happen unless if you didn't end up having to interact or meet certain people along your journey. But still, you see, they all happened for a reason, and it all worked for your benefit. They mean it to you for bad, but God means it to you for good. I'm telling you. They mean it to you for bad, but God means it to you for good. You grow, you learn. You have better and greater experiences. Everything happens for a reason. Things are always working out in your favor. They think they're hurting you. They think they're harming you. All they did was strengthen you, make you grow, make you wiser, and make you better. And they still gonna suffer and pay. They still gonna suffer and pay. Because that was unnecessary. They did not need to do that, but they did it anyway. All right? They purposefully met you with negativity over and over again. And you being unaware to what was happening didn't take it in a way that benefited you. And they saw that. Okay, we can make this person react. And the fact that they saw that they could make you react, they kept trying to get a reaction out of you. And kept playing with you and kept toying with you. And kept trying to get you to be upset and aggravated and frustrated. The peaceful you, they didn't like that. The calm you, they didn't like that. The joyful you, the one that isn't focused on them, the one that's not worried about them. And this is why they attack you, because you don't give a rat's ass about them. You don't give a rat's ass about them. So it's like they do things to try to get your focus and your attention on to them. And depending on what type of person you are and what level you're at in this game, you have to train yourself and work on your mind to have to not react to that foolishness and the stupidity that they want to take you through or try to enter into your life, because they are into some foolishness. The things that they do is foolish. The way that they behave to you is unnecessary. And the fact that you are allowing God to take care of these situations and you're not going to do anything but stand up for yourself and defend yourself if necessary, that's commendable. And they don't even know. They're not even ready. They're not even prepared for the thing that's about to hit them. They don't know. It's going to come when they least expect it, when they think everything is good, when everything is great, what's the word? I can't even think of it. What they going to think? It's coming to me. They going to think they got it made in the shade. Let's just put it that way. All right. Man, what's this? It's from the 2000s. It's coming to me anyway. They gonna think they have it made in the shade, all right? For the most part, they gonna think they have it made in the shade, and as soon as they think they got it made, boom, all hell's gonna break loose in their life. The minute they think they got everything together, all hell's gonna break loose in their life. All hell's gonna break loose in their life, all right? Just for touch not my prophets and touch not my anointed ones and do my prophets no harm. They did the total opposite. We may not have been looking at ourselves as anointed. We may not have been looking at ourselves as prophets. But when you really analyze the stench, it makes a lot of sense. They did wrong. They did wrong. They did harm. They did what wasn't right. Some of us lost jobs behind this. Some of this type of stuff happened at our damn job. Some of this type of stuff happened at our job, and some of this type of stuff happened where we were living at. Some of us never got a break and felt we was going to have to break our foot off in somebody or break something off in somebody. So the best, we listened to God, and when he told us to leave, we left. Didn't have nothing, but we left. We had to go because something bad was going to happen, because people were doing bad things and nobody was paying attention to it. Everybody was acting like it didn't exist. But our minds knew it was real. Our eyes knew it was real. Oh, guess what? There's somebody else who knew it was real. Is it anybody that we can see? No. Do we need to see him? No. But guess what? Universal law knows what they did was real. The checks and balances, Thoth, know what they did was real. The universal powers, God's universe, knows what they did was real. Their ass is grass. Their ass is grass. They broke the golden rule. We're supposed to leave you alone. We're supposed to let you go about your day. We're supposed to, be happy to watch you enjoy yourself, the chosen one. But no. Instead of you watching you enjoy yourself and God's glory and joy, no. They wanted to step on it. They wanted to destroy it. They wanted to hate it. They wanted to eliminate it. And watch you suffer because they had to witness the fact that it even existed in the first place. Old fools. Just upset over joy. Totally devilish. Totally demonic. Upset over joy? That's why the joy of the Lord is your strength. And we're not going to stop being unhappy for them. We're not going to stop being unhappy for them. We're going to be happy. We're going to enjoy our life. We're going to enjoy good food. We're going to enjoy good family. We're going to enjoy good people. All right. Shout out to everybody's family. Shout out to everybody in that hurricane. Shout out to everybody that got loved ones. Shout out to everybody that has loved ones that love you, that take care of you, that want the best for you. Shout out to everybody that has good people in their life that love you, that want the best for you. All right. All right, shout out to all my subscribers that want the best for me. I want the best for y'all. All right, shout out to all the good people in the world, period, man. Shout out to good people, man. Good people make a difference, man. Good people make a difference. Shout out to everybody that's making a difference, even if it's a small one. Even if it's just being positive and being a positive person and spreading positive energy. You don't have to have a channel to spread positive energy. All my subscribers know that. Them people are going to pay, damn it. They're going to pay. They are going to pay. They're going to pay. Everybody. Not just one of them. Not just two of them. All of them. They were all in on it. Oh, yeah, they were? Well, they're all in on this punishment. All right, people timing your movements, unnecessarily wanting to stress you out. Unnecessarily wanting to put pressure on your mind. Unnecessarily wanting to ruin the little moments you have to yourself. People are supposed to want to enjoy their little outing. I'm going to the store to go get this. You're not supposed to be under some type of pressure. Why you just supposed to go out and live your normal life that you were given by God to have the right to enjoy? We were given the right by God to enjoy our life. And guess what? Even through their persecution and pressure and hatred and spitefulness and pettiness, we still going to. And we're going to get to watch them suffer in real time. We're going to get to see them suffer in real time. They better change. And we do have the authority to speak on these things because we're not the ones acting this way towards other people. Something happened to you and you know better than to behave that way and you wouldn't act that way, guess what? You're not that person. You have the authority to speak on something like that, especially if you went through the stuff. Jealousy will make a person go crazy. It'll make a person go wild. They don't know how to handle themselves. They don't know how to handle other people. They don't know how to face the fact that they're not what their obsession is. They're gonna have to deal with that. All right, timing your movements. All right, you're trying to move through your job. You're trying to move through your life. You're just trying to move through life in general. And when that's a form of bullying, it's called blocking. People try to get in the way. You know, they want you to get physical with them so they can call the law on you. They want you to get physical with them so you can have to pay some repercussion. But the thing is, you have to have patience when people are playing with you like this. And you can't be too animated, and you have to stay calm when people are playing with you like this, because they're counting on certain chosen ones, specifically melanated chosen ones, to not be able to manage and handle their emotions. They don't want chosen ones to be able to manage or handle their emotions, and they want all of us to be able to react. But in certain situations, they're specifically counting on all of us to react, all right, which is mostly all of them. But there's certain situations where people are specifically, there's subsections of chosen ones where we're specifically targeted for certain situations. It may be females targeted in one area. That's a certain subsection of targeting for chosen ones. It may be certain chosen ones that are speaking out against certain things. No matter what type of chosen one you are, it's another subsection. Then there's a certain subsection for, chosen ones that are discriminated. There's different subsections within that subsection of chosen ones. So don't feel excluded. All right. Still, we're just talking about different chosen situations for all of our chosen situation. All right. With including all of our chosen situations righteously. All right. So, gotta call a spade, folks. Gotta call a spade, if you know how to play. I'm gonna learn, but the time of your movements is crazy. You can't go to the store without being followed, without these harassers. And it's like this stuff is not funny. It's not a game. Sometimes people are having a rough day. They want a moment to themselves. They don't want this person who's psychologically abusing them or torturing them in their face. And you guys, I'm strong. All right, I'm strong, and I'm going to get through this. All right, I'm talking about this to give hope to other people, because we're all strong and we're all going to get through this. All right, I'll be okay. And we're all going to be okay. We're all going to get through this. No matter what they try to put us through, we're still here. And we're going to get through this. All right? We're still here, and trust and believe we're going to get through this. They may try to make it hard. They may try to make it difficult. But it doesn't matter. You're going to come out stronger. It's like people who start off lifting 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. The harder it is to lift it, the stronger you're going to get as a result. It's hard to lift that way. If you could do one, you're going to get stronger. If you could do two, then you're going to get stronger. I got my gym bag ready. Making sure I got my gym bag ready. But chosen ones got to stand up for themselves. All right, you can't be a doormat, can't be a punk, can't let people walk all over you, disrespect you, belittle you, treat you any type of way you wouldn't want to be treated. Don't let people break the golden rule with you. But those that timed your movements, those that did covert attacks, made it hard for you to explain what was happening to you, made it hard for you to get others to see what you were going through, made it hard for you to just live your everyday life. They made it hard for you to go to the store. You know, you go into the store, and I remember going to the store and people following me, stalking me, and making it hard for me to get the stuff I needed from the damn store. And everybody, whoa, wow, I'm not in a rush. I don't have an attitude today. Like, they're just gaslighting you as they're effing with you. And that stuff, it was wild, man. Yeah, it was wild. The fact that I'm still here and I'm not locked up for anything is nothing but a blessing by God. All right, because, man, whoa. For a person to be able to endure that, that's why a lot of people snap. That's why there's a lot of mass ootings. Those mass ootings, are potentially people that have been bullied. A lot of them have written letters about, I can't take this anymore. What they do is not right, but who knows what that person went through. It's not a normal thing to do. Maybe something abnormal was happening to them. It's definitely if that's not a normal thing to do, there's some very abnormal things going on there. You pressure people, 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 and then they pressure bust pipes. And then when the pipe busts, hey, I had nothing to do with when the bear reacts, everybody wants to throw their hands up. When the bear reacts, though, nobody want to be a snack. Leave people the hell alone, or pay the consequences. But when you get to the level of not retaliating, and when you give glory to God, and when you not only give glory to God but your problems to Him, God's gonna retaliate for you. Think about it like that. You know what? You can keep messing with me if you want to. God's gonna have the final say. I don't have to retaliate because God will. Somebody was bothering me the other day. I said one statement to him, and it wasn't even me. God spoke through me, and He spoke through me and said this to this enemy, said this to this person, and they said, well, they were shook. They knew it was the voice of the Lord because it wasn't me. I'm never even calm enough I am calm enough to do things like that. It was a power and the presence of God in me. I ain't gonna be so humble where I'm not gonna give myself the credit. It was me. It was the power, the spirit, and the presence of the Lord moving in me, through me, and as me. And God spoke through me to this fool, and that fool was shook. God always speaks through me to those who come up against me. All right, they all be shook. And let God speak through all of you for anyone who comes up against you, and let them all be shook. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace, love, and light. We out.